Guys, new balance changes have just dropped with a bunch of brawlers getting buffs and nerfs. So I'm gonna give you guys the updated top 10 brawlers in the current meta right now. So let's start at number 10. We have Stu. Now, Stu was always a great brawler in the game, especially in the competitive meta, especially in draft for ranked mode. He's a great counter to artillery brawlers because of his breakthrough gadget that can break through walls and counter those brawlers. Great counter against other low health brawler. He has amazing mobility with his super, making him a demon to deal with. And now with his newest hypercharge, he's a very powerful and annoying brawler to deal with, especially on game modes such as gem grab, hot zone, maps where his DPS isn't as much needed, but he's very strong when it comes to countering those low health brawlers, making him a very powerful brawler, top 10 brawler in this current meta. Just don't play him against common tanky comps, especially healer compositions. He's very weak against healer compositions because of his low DPS. And you also don't want to play him on heist because of that as well. He doesn't really do much damage on the heist stage. Next, at number 9, we have Rico. Now, Rico is a map dependent brawler, meaning he's not very good in open area maps such as like Shooting Star. You don't want to play Rico there. He's gonna get countered easily against common snipers and throwers. But when it comes to maps where he's dominant in, he is extremely strong. Maps like Hard Rock Mine, Gem 4, Undermine in Gem Grab, and then you have Brawl Ball. You have so many maps he's so dominant in. Center Stage, Sneaky Fields, Pinball Dreams. It goes on and on, along with Heist. He's so strong on Heist, so strong on Hot Zone, so many maps. And so Rico, we have to put him in the top 9 because of just how dominant he is. Even in the World Championships, Rico had one of the highest win rates and had a very high usage rate. He's a very powerful brawler, along with his hypercharge, where his attack and his range just feels like it covers the whole map, goes everywhere, so hard to deal with. Next, at number 8, we have Frank. Guys, Frank actually got nerfed, so you might be surprised a little that he is still so powerful. He's still a top 8 brawler in the game, and that's because of his attack speed. His nerf is very minor, guys. It's only a 6% damage nerf. It doesn't really change him up much, especially because his DPS is insane when he's at low health, and then you couple him with his hypercharge that's super fast to charge, very hard to avoid, especially on maps with abundant walls that he can just creep around, destroy walls, get brawlers, chain supers. Frank is a monster and one of the best tanks in the entire game. He will continue to be a monster even after this very minor nerf, guys. And then at number 7, we have Daryl, another tank who's also competing with Frank as two brawlers that are just extremely powerful, versatile tanks. Frank is so powerful on Brawl Ball and Hot Zone, many aggressive maps with walls, whereas Daryl, he's like a hybrid between assassin and tank. Daryl is so strong because of that. You can play him pretty much anywhere because his super gives him that extended range. You have 2 super usages because of that. You got double the knockback opportunities, and now he's got a hypercharge. Although his hypercharge is actually not very good, he is still one of the best versatile brawlers in the entire game. Me speaking from first-hand experience, I just pushed Daryl to 2,000 trophies yesterday, going on like a 100-game winning streak with him. He is just still insane in this current meta, guys. Next, at number 6, this might be a surprise to some people because this is another brawler that got nerfed, and that brawler is Clancy. Guys, Clancy got a very small nerf. His damage at rank 1 and 2 got decreased a little bit, and then his super damage also got a very minor damage reduction at stage 3. So because of these minor nerfs, Clancy is still a monster. His super does insane amount of damage. Just check out this gameplay of me playing Clancy today after his nerfs. He is still so indestructible with his super spread everywhere, gets his super back very quickly, and best of all, once you have him upgraded, even if you die, you still have those upgrades, unlike Surge, making Clancy still a very, very powerful brawler in this current meta. An insane counter to a lot of assassins and tanks. Next, at number 5, we have Byron. Now, Byron has always been a very powerful brawler in the game. In fact, this entire year, Byron has been an S tier brawler. He's been one of the best brawlers in the game, and now he got a buff for some reason. Supercell decided to buff him a little bit, meaning meaning now you get his super guaranteed with just 3 hits. 3 hits, guys. That's a total of 9 ticks, basically 3 bullets, and you're gonna get your super, making Byron even stronger. He does so much damage. That attack and that poison tick is so annoying to deal with. And then you have multiple ways to play him. He's a very versatile brawler. You can heal your teammates with them. You can deal a lot of damage to enemies, and now you can chain supers very quickly, effectively with his super that you can also throw over walls. He's a very dangerous, very powerful brawler, especially when you combine them with aggressive brawlers. Add another tank to your composition, heal that tank with your Byron. He can do so much, so powerful. Can't believe Byron actually got a buff in this balance change. That is just insane. Next, at number 4, we have Surge. Surge got a small nerf, guys. So that's the funny thing about all these balance changes. As you can see, it hasn't really changed up the meta too much, and that's mainly because a lot of these buffs and nerfs are just so minor. Surge's hypercharge got a little nerf, in which the rate to get his hypercharge has been reduced from 30% to 20%, which is okay, but still his hypercharge is pretty quick to charge even after this nerf, and he is just so versatile, guys. He's so good against assassins and tanks, which you need in this meta because there's just so many powerful, fast, mobile tanks and assassins here in this meta, such as how we mentioned the Daryl and Frank, right? So Surge is still super strong and then super versatile as well, because once you've upgraded him, you then also have your long range ability. You have mobility, you're speedy, you're fast, you got a long range attack, and then you have a hypercharge. If you use it at his 4th stage, it's just uncounterable. You can't dodge it. So he's so powerful in the meta. He's gonna continue to be even after this small nerf. Moving into the top 3 brawlers in the game right now, we have the newest brawler, Juju. Now, most new brawlers typically start off very strong, and Juju is no different, guys. She is a very powerful brawler, very versatile brawler that you can do so much with. When she's shooting from the bushes, she has sniper range. When she's shooting from water, she slows down enemies. When she's shooting from earth, she gets increased damage. She's got a gadget that can combine all of those attacks. She's got another gadget that allows her to do a bunch of stuff depending on the element she's standing on, such as if she's standing on the bush, she can go invisible. And then on top of that, she has a very powerful super, a turret basically, that she can charge very quickly. She walks on water. She's just a brawler that has so much capabilities, and basically a lot of players are still learning her full advantages, and it's gonna take a lot of people some time to do so because of that, because she has so much that you can do. She's one of the most versatile brawlers in the entire game. It's gonna take a lot of people some time to learn, but make no mistake, she is a monster, very powerful brawler to deal with. Her turret, her super is very hard to deal with, especially if you have short range brawlers. You're just constantly feeding her and she's gonna constantly chain her super. So powerful brawler, guys. Don't underestimate her. Next, at number 2, we have Kenji, and this is so funny because he just got a nerf and he's still the 2nd best brawler in the game. Basically, the nerfs are very minor. His Nigeri Nemesis star power shield got nerfed from 90% to 60%. His supercharge from his super got nerfed from 100 to 65. And if you're playing Kenji, guys, today, you can see for yourself, he still feels exactly the same. And that's because Supercell haven't really tackled the main issue that makes Kenji so powerful to deal with, and that's because of his healing trait, where he deals damage, he heals back. On top of that, you got a gadget that also heals, so you can combine heals with them with his trait and his gadget, making him such a hard brawler to counter. And then on top of that, his super is broken. When he uses his super, you can't target him, of course. And not just that, there's a bug with his super where if he's targeting you and he's moving, that return position is different from where he uses super. So he's also very uncounterable. You can't really predict consistently where he's gonna come back after using his super. So because of this, Kenji is still a broken brawler in this current meta. And next, at number 1 brawler, who is still the number 1 brawler in the meta, guys, that is Mo. This is funny because Mo also got nerfed, but his nerfs, which were supposed to be big nerfs, were actually just not good nerfs at all. Basically, his projectile speed got reduced from 3,600 to 2,000, which is about a 22% decrease. And then his main attack damage also got reduced only by about 7%. That's a very minor nerf. So basically, the problem with his projectile speed nerf is it doesn't really change up Mo because his attack is a very spam-friendly attack, right? You got a bunch of stones, you can just attack at any moment and you can spam it. His unload speed is very fast, so even if you reduce his projectile speed, it doesn't make much of a difference because you can just spam his attack, get his super, and then you can go underground, you can knock back the enemy. You got a gadget that also knocks back attack also destroys walls, and then he can get his super back. After using your super, you get your super back, so you can convert back into your normal form to deal additional damage after dealing damage in your super form. It's just absolutely ridiculous how broken Mo still is, and he's still the #1 brawler, which is so fun. We got the top 3 brawlers are the newest brawlers still in the game, Juju, Kenji, and Mo, who look forward to them getting more nerfs in the future, most likely, because the whole community is still complaining about these brawlers, especially Kenji and Nerf, that are just so powerful in the meta still. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys found this insightful. Make sure to take note of all the best builds that I've noted on the side, and don't forget to support code AshBS in the shop today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.